Okay.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode. I'm not even keeping track of the episode numbers of the Brewcast.
294
of the Oop Dots podcast. For the week of January 15th, 2015. We have 5 people here this week.
Hi.
Myself, we have Sidan, who is playing the didgeridoo and destroying. I'm sorry if any of you have a bass system set up. It hurt my headset. We have Rivet, who's always on the podcast. We have Black Ops, who's just here to be annoying.
I'm just playing music for you. Come on. Don't be a hater.
We don't need a musical interlude. We got Armor for that.
Yeah, and then we have Armor with another motivational speech. And an oop dot. Motivate.
What the hell was that? It's like, dear God. Somebody playing a beer bottle?
I'm playing my ocarina.
So this episode is the noisy episode where
Why do we invite music majors into the podcast?
That's a good question.
I have never picked up an instrument in my life.
It's obvious.
I told Kit one week I was going to do a harmonica with him.
And then he disappeared.
Yeah, and then he disappeared. He's gone now forever.
No, he's intoxicated in Mexico. Oh, yeah, that's right. He's never coming back from that.
Yeah, he's moved to Mexico. He's going to join the cartel.
With his left hand?
Yeah, with his left hand.
I will take over the Mexico!
Hey, baby.
Hey,
His wife.
I wonder how many people have stopped watching by now.
How many people started watching to begin with? That's the better question.
Wait, start watching what?
I am not one of either of those people.
Armor's not even watching now, and he's here.
Yeah,
It's true.
he just tones it out. It's like, oh,
I'm in a DVZ lobby right now. I do have a few words to say before we start. It's some very wise words by a quote unquote crazy homeless guy on YouTube.
Crazy / homeless guy.
Yeah,
Be
we're not
specific.
sure which. I think he might just be some
Brilliant.
kind of acid-taking university student.
Wizard.
Or wizard. Yeah, that's very possible.
Did you ever see Real Genius?
It's
movie?
called... No.
He looks like one of the characters in that, so it's just kind of cracked me up. Laszlo.
It
Sorry.
is entitled The Meaning of Life. To live, and to live in the mystery, and to find purpose, and to live in the now. Magic. Now. This, I remember this. This is an adventure. This is a memory. Ooh. Younger generations live in the moment. Don't get old. Don't judge people, because you can't be free if you judge people. Love. Now. Create. Inspire. How does one define free? By doing what you love. What do you love? This. The moment. Love. Now. It repeats. You're always doing what is in your heart. You can't get away from your heart because life is a paradox. It's a mirror of confusion. So love now. I love all of you. Thank you.
That's the greatest thing that's ever going to happen on this show.
I'm crying.
Going back to DV. See you guys next.
Yeah.
Man,
Armor's
go
gone.
eat your chicken.
So yeah, that was touching.
Armor's
It touched
weekly
us.
motivational.
I recorded that, so expect a remix of it.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
hoping you
thank
would.
God. I'm still waiting on several remixes.
I need to do a hippogriff remix.
Hippogriff? I'm not a hippogriff. You think I'm a hippogriff?
Hippogriff.
Oh man, somebody reminded me of that video last week, and I feel like I've watched it 10 times. So that's
When
where
do
most of your viewership's coming from, Armor.
We need to do a remix of the Oop Dat.
Oop dot.
Oop, that would be a good
Oop.
remix too. Actually,
Yep, we gotta have an Oop dot remix.
Oop Dat, Oop Dat, Oop Dat.
Oh yeah.
Is it
Oop-
podcast?
What's
No,
that
but
Oop Dat?
We should probably explain what Oop dot is in a formal way, where I
Yeah.
imagine most people that follow Brewcraft will know what the Oop dot is.
No.
It's Rivet's favorite word.
Yes. No.
It's Rivet's favorite word. He wants you to tweet it at him.
Please.
Comment on every one of his videos with
Yeah.
it.
Give me the oop dots
At-
up the wazoo.
Yeah, what's
At
Twitter?
Facebook.
On
And I will
Facebook,
respond with my
on
response.
Twitter, on Instagram, on MySpace.
I'm not on MySpace anymore.
Anymore.
I closed my account last week.
2 hours ago.
I shut it down. I took the last of the pictures off of it. I'm done.
He is a man of the times, everybody.
The man of the times, yeah. So
I learned how to tweet. Well, kind of.
really,
My YouTube does it for me. It's great.
What did you do it on the tweeter?
What?
Listen,
The
I'll tweet
tweeter.
you.
the Twitter.
Oh,
No, the tweeter is actually part of your speaker system. So no.
It's true. He's not wrong.
See, I'm an audiophile, not the other file people think I am.
Yeah, man, Rivet, your
Come
your feed is just so amazing. It's just nothing but new video, new video, new video, new video.
See, I told you, I tweet like a master.
Have you ever actually tweeted anything?
No, I just talk to people on their tweets.
Really?
I tweeted something that wasn't just an automatic YouTube tweet the other day.
Really?
I tweeted that the Office marathon was going well and that
Oh, yeah.
lots of laughing and crying.
I read that and I refused to
show-
heart it because I didn't like The Office.
That show is man, I love The Office.
I like the original one, not the.
I swear, I'm
Rivet is the oldest hipster I know.
just looking through my notifications, and I swear the first like 4 scrolls is just oop dot stuff.
Listen, I'm not a hipster. I don't fit into skinny jeans. Okay, but I do have a unique beard.
Hasn't even tried.
I don't know, man. Look at that.
I hate
mean,
skinny
come on.
jeans, dude.
Look at this. Half
Shit.
my beard is black, half my beard is silver. Come on, that is unique, and that's
Hipster.
natural.
I
you
love
see,
the
Rivet is not letting his dreams be dreams.
Yeah, man. Go
You're
do
not-
I live my dreams.
You're a
I live
dream.
life to the fullest every day.
That's why I said you're not letting your dreams be dreams.
No, let them become reality.
Exactly.
So are we gonna explain Oop Dot finally?
Oh
after we said
yeah,
we were going to?
Oop dot.
It's a new Willy
It's a
Wonka song.
cult started accidentally by me when I was asking Rivet when the next Cube World update is going to be, because Rivet knows, because he's gotten in with the developer.
I'm gonna kick you right in the jing jang.
I'll tweet him about that too.
Yeah, everybody ask him when the update is, because Rivet. You have to tweet him though, because he doesn't say it publicly.
You know what? I'm gonna kick you right in your mojang.
It's
How's
gonna,
that?
be, it's gonna be one person who's gonna be
gonna be
like,
updated.
he's not joking, he's totally true, and he's just gonna start spamming you like, when is it? But yeah, I jokingly sent something like that in the chat, and then it started a cult, and now we're all one with the oop dot,
Not me.
except Rivet. Rivet
Nope.
is the most important oop dot,
I'm
You'll
one
jo-
with the fuck that.
prophet of the oop dot.
Yeah.
You'll
I'm
join
the
us.
The church of the fuck that.
yeah, you'll join
It's
us.
a-
Someday.
It's pronounced Fookdat, actually.
Fuck dot.
Fuck that. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's,
UK.
it's German, if I recall.
Yes. Well, yeah. It's got the 2 dots over
The
the U.
umlaut.
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 He will join it. He will join us eventually.
One
No,
of
I will
us.
not.
One
At my
of
age,
us.
I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Show it. Whatever the fook you want, Rivet.
Listen, fuck you.
That's better.
My coffee is delicious, and I need more of it. You guys are just mind-numbing today.
Delicious tea. Yeah, so that's what we're doing now with our lives, is we're just shouting oop dot. So
I thought we were rubber banding.
that too. We just got done with Brew HC. I don't even know anymore what week we're
11.
on.
Fourth week?
Episodes.
I don't know. I've been gone.
10, 11, and 12.
Yeah, I'm finally
So, yeah.
back on it. If anybody
12.
missed nothing at all, because nothing productive happened. Really, nothing productive happened at all in the last 2 episodes.
We got
yeah.
Ender Balls, man. That's pretty
Did
good.
we? I don't know. I was
got-
underground the whole time.
And we got armor balls, too.
We got
You
3
saved
ender
those.
balls, and we got a lot of gold. We got a lot of diamond. So that's
Yeah.
something.
And that's the recap. You don't even have to watch it.
Yep.
Oh God, no.
Nobody watches it anyway.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I was gonna say one less viewer. Now there's only one.
Yep. But
Hey,
Kit
I'm
is
actually
married,
reading-
by the way. Kit is no longer on the market. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
And left hands all around.
I'm
Yeah.
devastated.
Foxes.
he's got a thing only for left hands.
I'm going to be the cause of his divorce. I'm putting that out there right now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we all know that.
Rivet
Oh,
is determined.
My God.
Next
Do
week,
not
we need to
have
try to
anyone
convince
ever be
his left
happy
hands to
in
get
love.
on
Always
the,
talking over
to get
each
on the
other.
podcast. We need to have a wife cast.
Oh, we do. Yep, we're bringing special
Yeah, I'll
guest.
put on my wig too.
Rivet, I'm going to be alone forever too, but I don't try to destroy other people's lives.
I don't care. I really don't care.
We're such
I-
good friends here.
I'm that kind of guy that likes to share the misery and share the joy, and I share as much as I can with everybody.
As
So I
long
think-
as Rivet's unhappy with his love life, it means I have a partner to play Cube World with. So
Well, Armor, even if I started dating, I would be like, Armor, let's go
Hold
play.
on, I have to go play Cube World with Armor.
yep, I would
Yeah.
do the same.
What love
It's a
life?
requirement.
I
Honestly,
would.
though, I mean, anybody that gets involved in my life has to understand that this is a part of it, like doing YouTube and everything. If they can't accept that, out.
Yeah,
God,
playing video.
that's my answer for everything. Is
Exactly, it's inspirational life meaning and whatnot.
you know what?
Don't judge people.
I like that one part of it, like don't get old. I'm like, yeah, that 100%.
I hip.
It's
Whatever
sad
you
when
do.
some of you guys actually act older than me, and I'm like, you guys just don't get it yet. You will get to that point where you go,
Ooh.
oh shit.
I'd
No,
really
I'm
like
back.
to know who it is that actually acts old on the server. We all act like children.
I think
Pi is more responsible than any
Yeah,
of us.
to be fair, Pi is like he every time he comes in the chat, he's like, "I am doing important life business things like an adult," and I'm just like,
yeah.
"I made a
Screw up.
pie today without burning the house down. That was cool."
We had that discussion about the adults, and I was like, Pi is literally the only one
Yeah.
here who I think counts as that.
Yeah,
Ironically,
somebody's
also one
like-
of the youngest, but
Yeah.
It's not about age; it's about maturity. And I'm like, you do realize who you're talking to, right?
he has
we're
his
like-
life on track.
Yeah, Pi's the only person I think in this group that knows what they're doing.
No, I know what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing.
Beyond like the next 5 minutes.
No.
He's doing it very
I have.
maturely.
I actually have a life plan and everything. It's just not what people would like automatically assume it is. I mean, you look at me, you probably think I'm the YouTuber that does nothing else.
You're that guy from Mad Max.
Yeah.
What?
Oh my
God.
Mad Max.
Not the guy with the bleached out hair and the.
Yeah. The,
Mask?
the thing.
Yeah, but more natural. It is, I don't think it's bleached out. I think it's gray.
You get to spray paint people's faces.
Yeah, the silver.
Yeah.
All shiny and chrome.
I made a reference in Brew HC and nobody caught it.
Really?
Yeah, I said live, die, and live again.
Okay.
And it was just like, nobody? Okay. Made me kind of sad.
Did you guys, speaking of Mad Max, you hear that it's been nominated for 10 Academy Awards?
Good.
Yeah. Like, that's
It's
an
a
outstanding.
fantastic movie.
I remember once hearing Chris say, I don't really know much about movies, but I'd say that was one of the best of the year. And then I saw the Academy Award list and I was like, oh my God, Chris is actually onto something.
It was a really good movie, though. I mean, only one person I know said anything bad about it.
I agree it was a good movie, and it was made in classic like Hollywood cinema means. It wasn't just a bunch of CG.
Yeah, it's one of the few reboots that's come
Oh,
about in the
hockey.
last few years. It's really done good.
I thought it was
It's
really
been good.
funny. A couple of days ago, I saw George Miller said that he wasn't going to be doing any more movies, and the Mad Max was
Yeah.
done. And then the awards came out, and all of a sudden he's like, I'm going to do a bunch more.
Good.
I'm like, yes.
Oh, I remember after the Fury Road came out, they said they had like enough script left to do 2 movies. I
Yeah.
was like, yes, please do that. The movie was so good. But yeah,
Just give me more Furiosa.
yeah,
That's all.
yeah. I think that's one of the things they said they were going to make a movie about her.
Yeah,
So,
Mad
I
Max
still,
said,
have,
I'm
I
good.
still have yet to see that. I need to do
Watch
that.
it. It's good.
Super good.
Oh,
Check your Walmart. I found it in the bargain bin.
what?
Yeah, it's $4.
Mad
Good.
Max Fury Road. Please tell me it was like DVD, not the Blu-ray.
Yeah, it was DVD. You can't get Blu-ray for cheap. But yeah, I was like super stoked about that. I was like, I don't care if it's a surprising error. I'm gonna make them pay. I'm gonna make them charge me $4 for this.
And they didn't even question it because they don't care.
Yeah, but yeah, $4 was great. And I watched the movie again the other night. I
Winner,
think it's
winner,
a
chicken dinner.
very good movie though. You should watch it if you haven't.
What did you say? Chicken dinner?
I said
Armor?
winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Ah,
I had chicken for dinner actually.
Oh man,
I
See,
know
I thought
y'all
you were
wanted to know
talking
that.
to DVZ or something. I was like, what? You never interject into a conversation. You must be talking to your computer.
He's lost his
I'm
mind.
like, I might as well be AFK in DVC. I'm just running around like Chris in an episode of Brewcraft.
I like how I just want to point out in my last
Please don't throw
episode, I was just like, all right, someone do something productive for once, and 5 minutes later, I was just hopping through a forest, like, ooh, is this Sierra's house? And I think I even commented at one point, like, Rivet's gonna hate this.
Yeah, you did.
I found that path too, actually.
Yeah, I was just gonna get bone meal, and it was like, hey, there's a house over here. I felt like I was gonna get murdered, but yeah.
I saw you found Lychee's house.
I was going for bone wheel as well, and then I was heading out to the swamp to get a bunch of those blue flowers.
Oh man, this is what
Black
happens.
Ops is so involved in this conversation, he's on his phone.
Black Ops didn't even know he was gonna be on here till like 5 minutes.
He
before
already
started.
muted this. He's like, you guys are just awful. I'm just done.
So let's
This is
make
why I
fun
don't
of him.
video
What?
check.
What?
Oh.
BBC.
What?
Let's go make fun
Oh,
of
what?
him. Anyways,
We were just talking about you to you.
so anyway,
Yes.
We're actually doing a podcast.
Nah.
Yeah, we've been on it for like the last 10 minutes.
Oh,
We
better
introduced
go
you and everything.
I better go get drunk for this then.
What? Go play with your change. I knew it. Oh, the heck with the Tabasco sauce. I want to put quarters in my jar.
exactly. That sounds like a euphemism. I'd like to put quarters in her jar. Anyways,
Once
Oh my
just
God.
once every podcast, I'll bring out the Tabasco sauce jar. That's
yeah.
how much. That's how much money we need to raise to get a proper server
To buy our
for
shirts.
modding.
Yeah, to buy our shirts.
Buy our shirts.
Send them just that Tabasco jar with just give me a shirt on it.
I
Don't know.
loved Armor's tirade to you on the chat about, I think it was you were buying coffee or something. He's like, you could spend
No,
that
I
money.
said I was buying a lotto ticket, and he was like,
That's the one.
if you hadn't bought all these lotto tickets, by now you probably could have bought like 3 or 4 shirts. And I'm like, yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come on, man.
It's true.
So the moral of the story is don't try and win the Powerball. Buy our t-shirts. Oh my
nice.
God.
That's a good call.
What was that beep?
Actually.
Listen,
was me.
listen, guy. I didn't even win the Powerball, so
Oh, I still got my ticket right here.
Oh,
I got
see.
one number. Oh my God, dust. Oh crap. That worked.
How long is that
So I just
ticket
knock
for?
over half my setup. Yeah, I still got my ticket, and I only got one number on it. So,
Hold on, you're
Do
older
you
than
get
me.
anything for that?
$4.
Wow. Another Powerball ticket.
Yeah, no,
What's the number?
I bought. I think I bought a biscuit with it. After that,
money
Chicken
wa-
biscuit?
money worth
sausage
spent.
biscuit.
I got 2 numbers, so I haven't even checked my ticket yet. I just know
Yeah,
I
you
got
should. I think it's like you get. I think it's 4 for 1 and maybe 8 for 2. Something like that. I was looking on the. All I know is I walked up and said here, and they said here's $4, and I went to a Bojangles, got a chicken biscuit. Oh,
Well, I know where I'm going tomorrow.
Hold it. How much did you spend on your ticket?
$4.
So, okay.
So I basically prolonged
basically-
myself enjoying a biscuit for like 2 days.
I love your investment strategies, and I wonder why the economy in this country
Give me
is-
$100 today, and in 3 years I'll give it back
with no interest.
with no interest.
You know what? I'll give you some dust that's on top of it.
Yeah,
It'll be
look at
sitting
all
on
this. It's everywhere, man. I haven't dusted.
Give
top
me
my-
$100 today, and I'll go buy 25 biscuits tomorrow with
Yep.
your money, and not give it back to you whatsoever. Does that seem like a deal?
I mean, they're good biscuits, so.
Oh yeah.
I wish I had Bojangles down here.
Bojangles. They don't have Bojangles in Florida?
No,
What
not
kind
here.
of communist country do you live in?
Florida.
I don't think I could. I stop at Bojangles
if
like
you,
every morning.
If you take a look
It's
at
terrible.
the United States, Florida looks like it's urinating on Cuba.
Oh, that's just.
Picture that. You can see it.
God. I don't know how I'd live without.
You
having
just
this.
lost all Cuban viewers, man. Thanks a lot.
Like people in Cuba watch videos.
I've been to Cuba, and it's
We
very
just lost the last one Cuban who was like, oh, I'll stay. Nope, not anymore.
Wasn't that a theme earlier on where I was supposed to like offend one country every episode?
Yeah.
I gotta make up. So
I
let's,
lost so many viewers thanks to you.
Yeah, all those.
Hey Chris,
Caffer
Yo.
still hasn't been back on the server since you picked on the Brits.
Did I pick on the Brits? Oh yeah, I did. Didn't I?
Yeah, the first podcast or the second one.
Yeah, suck it.
Oh, jeez.
Here we go again.
I'll give you some words of advice, Chris, that I'll tell you right now.
Mhm.
Nothing comes close to the unimaginable horrors that is Florida. Not even Texas comes close.
I've heard a lot of bad stuff about Florida, and every year someone in my family's like, let's go to Florida. And I'm like, especially since
No,
I met
Barney.
Rivet, I'm just like, I don't know.
I'm normal in comparison to what the hell's down there.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of bad stuff about Florida. I'm not going to lie.
Oh yeah, there's the Gators. There's
Gators are fine. The not the football team, because I refuse to talk
Yeah,
sports ball.
Yeah, there's nobody here who sports.
no, I meant the college in general.
There's no
Nobody
college
sports.
called Gators.
Nobody colleges, nobody educations.
Yes.
Nobody educations.
I did educate.
We
Look
don't
what
need
happened.
no education.
Education gave me all this gray.
Look at that. So gray.
Did I ever tell you the time I was banned from Florida Stadium?
Yes, I heard about it when you urinated on Armor's face, and it was gross.
Hey, what?
I don't remember that.
What?
Just making sure you're paying attention, Armor.
I am. That never happened. For the,
Just want to clarify.
for the 2 or 3 people still listening, we're not that kind of group.
We don't even meet each other in person yet.
Wait, were you ever in Florida?
No,
I might
never.
have seen you down there.
Why
I
would
was in
anyone go to
America
Florida?
once in my whole life.
Really?
What part did they allow you into?
I went to New York for a
sorry.
high school band choir trip.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I saw Stomp.
That's cool.
What else did I see? I saw Stomp and the Producers, but not with Nathan Lane and French Stewart. Wait, no, who was it? It was a guy who looked like French Stewart.
Okay.
There was
Producers
like-
is great.
yeah, it was a great show. Great show.
And
for sure.
Stomp was great too. I actually
Stomp
enjoyed
was
that.
fun.
Stomp was phenomenal.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
I saw that in Toronto, actually.
nice.
Canada.
Yeah.
I wanna
How
go-
cold is
I
it
wanna-
up there now, Armor?
I don't know. I don't really go outside that often,
Very
but it's pretty cold. There's lots of snow. It just dumped yesterday. And
What's the sunlight like out there?
And apparently, there's a huge storm coming tomorrow.
Yeah, they keep saying. I think that's like the whole East Coast. They kept saying
Was
even
that the
here it's supposed
hurricane?
to snow.
A hurricane, yeah.
I'm packing
I
my
love
bags. I am now going up to Canada. Have fun, everybody.
The
Deal with
weather
Ameri-
report. Sorry, the weather report is like, it's gonna snow, it's gonna rain, it's gonna sleet, it's gonna hail, it's gonna like they're just covering all the bases.
Ain't nobody
we
got
had-
time for that.
We had hail and tornado warnings here today, which was kind of unexpected.
I've had
And
like
Flash flood.
6 flood watches in the past hour. And it quit raining like 4 hours ago.
The levee broke.
The lake up by me is up to the bridge, like up to the road bridge, and it's like I think it's up a good bit. They've had the floodgates open for like a week now. That's not nothing.
They had to close Jordan Lake because water was actually above the bridge.
Yeah, it's like I went over earlier this week. I went over the bridge to get into town, and it was like you could probably reach over, like you could probably stop on the side of the road, reach over the guardrail, and pick up a fish if you wanted to. That's how high the water is right now.
You got fish in your lakes?
Surprisingly, I haven't caught one yet. I've been sitting out there chucking dynamite in there, and all I get is DNR telling me to leave. But-
I'm so confused.
Welcome to the
How could
You
you,
know-
use dynamite and not catch anything? I mean, that just makes no sense.
And another thing, what are you people in South Carolina doing? I mean,
Being better than North Carolina, suck it.
Oh,
Okay, I have a question. Why do
hey
you have a
guys,
palm
don't
tree?
forget.
I don't
In
know.
South Carolina.
I don't know. I'm
Because-
from California, and I don't know.
because South Carolina
South
wished
Carolina-
they had palm trees.
There's not.
I mean, I can understand, like, on the border.
I have not
if
seen
you
a
were, like,
single palm tree since I moved here, and it's all over the place. They're like, we're the Palmetto State, and everything's named after palmetto. No matter where you go, they even call cockroaches palmetto bugs.
We have those here, too.
But yeah, but it's like it doesn't. Nothing. There are no palm trees
Now,
here.
Are your palmetto bugs, like, 3 inches long and
they're terrible.
fly?
Oh, yeah.
A flying cockroach that's bigger than anything is just the scariest thing ever.
Oh yeah, it's like I keep a hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can burn the house and get a new one. I'm not living with one of those things.
I've seen a June bug
terrifying.
riding on the back of a palmetto
Oh
bug.
my
I'm like,
God.
that's just scary.
It's always so entertaining to just walk out into a farm field in the middle of summer. And it's just nothing but June bugs and cockroaches and just
Same.
you sit out there with a bat and just hit them.
But we've got the weirdest bugs down here. The love
Yeah.
bugs. Have you ever seen those things?
Oh yeah, those things are weird.
Have you ever heard about these, Armor?
Yeah.
The love bug? You ever heard of it?
Yeah.
Nah.
What are we talking about?
Love bug. It's an
bugs,
actual bug.
apparently. I
It's
don't
these.
know
It's
what
these
it
little
is.
black beetles that copulate, and then they're attached together for the rest of their lives, and they fly together. So it's like two heads,
it's
two
terrifying.
wings, and they're attached by the backside.
I've seen them a handful of times. They are terrifying.
They destroy your car
Oh man.
because as soon as they splat, they peel off the paint. They're awful, and they don't. You got to take like a brush to scrub them off. It's just they're awful.
Ironic that Herbie the Love Bug was a car.
Yeah, and I didn't see him copulating with another bug.
Oh yeah.
Well, I've seen the right version of that movie.
I'm surprised they haven't. So, Chris, what about CES?
Yeah, CES. Let's talk about that. We missed it last week because it was a Star Wars episode, and me and Rivet talked about it for like 30 minutes after the podcast because we're big AMD fangirls, and they did everything AMD there, so we're like, yes.
First
Yeah,
off,
very
what
happy.
is a CES?
CES
I'm with the armor on
is
that.
the big consumer electronics show in Las Vegas at the beginning of every
okay.
year, and they
Interesting.
do a lot of electronic stuff there.
And it's not
That's
just
pretty cool.
computers. They do
Yeah,
like
They do all
like
kinds of stuff.
drones
There,
and-
I think they had a bunch of stuff there for Tesla this year.
Yeah.
It's really cool this year, actually.
yeah, a bunch of cards were there.
Yeah,
All kinds
I followed them on Facebook, and I was just watching the stuff as it would go through, and there was a lot of cool stuff coming up. But I think one of the big things that we paid attention, I mean, obviously, because we do all this stuff with computers and technology, we're looking at AMD because they're about to launch their new
Everything.
They're about to do new Zen processors. They're about to do new their 400 line of graphics cards. They
Yeah,
even
the
have-
Polaris line.
Yeah, they even have fancy new coolers for their the CPUs, which is crazy. I watched a video on it, and it's like the difference in sound alone is enough to make me want to buy one.
Yeah, I'm super stoked. I mean, I'm a huge fan of computers and everything in general,
Oh, yeah.
but AMD, I've always been kind of partial to them. I like I like a lot of the fact that they do the open source with their graphics cards. So a lot of the stuff that they do is all open source, so people can actually access and utilize it.
Yeah, their new I forget what it's called is now open source.
Yeah,
They're
their
going
Game Workshop.
Yeah, GameWorks. That's what it is. Their version of
No, no.
GameWorks
Yeah,
is going to
It-
be.
yeah. Everyone's going to be utilizing it apparently.
Yeah, that's
which I'm very
crazy.
excited for.
Cool. Anything open source, I love. So
Well, did you see the release that they showed? Like, they didn't actually show the physical hardware, but they showed the computer system running the Polaris graphics card
yeah,
next to an NVIDIA. It was doing a 950, and they were doing wattage,
yeah.
like the power consumption of the card. And I guess the NVIDIA one was using about 154, and the ATI or the AMD one was running about 85.
Yeah, that's the
And
thing.
I thought that was kind of interesting because what I wasn't seeing was that that's actually total power consumption for the computer.
yeah, it's pretty
It's not just
crazy
for the- yeah.
that right now. I mean, it's like this new lineup of everything AMD. AMD is like famously known for very poor power usage. It sucks away power. It gets really hot. The performance isn't that great, compared to Intel and Nvidia. And with all this new lineup, it's like it's catching up and going above them, which is great. And if I was an investor, I would totally invest in AMD stock right now. I would have done it probably a couple months ago when it was down real low, because if everything goes as successfully as it looks like it's gonna go, they'd make bank.
It's got potential. I mean, we still haven't heard anything from the NVIDIA camp of what they're going to be really releasing this year.
I feel like they put something out about a new card. Maybe I'm just scrolling through their Facebook page, CES. Trying
There's
to see if I
bits and pieces about it, but like they did not go as in depth as ATI or AMD did.
Yeah,
I
well-
always do that. I always say ATI because it
Well-
was an ATI. When they purchased it, I've always been ATI. So
Well,
Wasn't the NVIDIA kind of like ahead of the AMD guys anyways?
yeah,
So maybe they don't have to try so hard, and the other guys have to try hard, and then,
well, it's not
how
that they've
good
been ahead.
competition works.
I,
For sure.
I mean, there's a lot of support for NVIDIA because they've been throwing money at game developers, and they've been making like they purchased PhysX so that they could incorporate that into their cards. So now the physics
Ladies and
things in video games was utilizing their proprietary thing. But ATI had the exact same idea, but they made theirs open source. So once it got utilized, NVIDIA could take advantage of it, and they could still say it was PhysX supported.
yeah,
AMD's always been kind of behind the eight ball when it comes to competing with NVIDIA.
yeah. About the last 7 or 8 years, they've kind of dropped off. It's kind of after the FX lineup of processors came out, they dropped off a little bit behind Intel and Nvidia. And now they're really coming back. Their last lineup of graphics cards that just came out last year was very good. It wasn't. I think it was up to par. I think their best graphics card was on par, just a little bit below the GTX 980. And
Yeah.
there's a hand like for consumer cards. That's all right. I know a lot of people complaining that it wasn't better, but I mean I don't know that many people who are going to buy a 980 or a Fury or whatever the new.
Yeah, the
cards
Fury
are.
was the ATI version.
Yeah, the Fury was the ATI, and I know Nvidia has that crazy Titan X. It's like 12 gigabytes of VRAM, and just absolutely ridiculous. You don't even need a card that powerful. But
Well, the thing is too is like ATI, like not their flagship one, but the one right below, the 390X.
yeah,
That one has 8 gigs of RAM, and it's just a monster of a card. I mean, it competes with everything, but it actually supports DirectX properly, like DirectX
Yeah.
12.
that's one thing
And-
I'm really excited for because DirectX 12 looks like it's gonna have a lot of cool stuff coming out, especially because a lot of the console stuff is looking toward DirectX.
Yeah.
So developers are gonna start pushing for it, which is good.
Yeah, and if the Polaris lineup for it hits as heavy as I think it's going to, I mean, they shrank the die down to what 0.14 microns or
Oh, it's
14 microns or whatever it
Crazy
is.
small. Let me see if I can pull up AMD.
Yeah,
at
it's basically
CES.
the
AMD
it's
CES
just-
2016.
yeah. It was at 28, and it's been sitting at 28 for the last 3 or 4 years, and then the 14 micron I think it is what they've got for the new die for it. But it's making it smaller, more transistors and everything on it, but it's using a whole heck of a lot less power than it has before. But the ones that they were showing at CES that was competing against the 950, when they took a look at it, that's going to be basic model that you're going to have inside a laptop.
Yeah. I mean,
So that's like the weakest level. It's like not even their
Black Ops
flagship.
tuning out.
I'm sorry, we're talking about technology, Black Ops.
On a technology and gaming podcast.
He
Would
looks
you
like a
rather we
Koopa
talk about
Trooper.
lake levels?
I don't want to talk about lake levels.
Have you ever seen the Mario movie, Super Mario Brothers? There was those lizards with the big bodies and the small heads. That's exactly what he looked like there. He just
Yeah.
needs to like start rocking back and forth, dancing, and then it would have been perfect. I'm sorry we bore you talking about technology and things that are
You're not
actually
bor-
The
interesting.
You're not
future.
You're not boring me.
Then why did you lean back and put your hat on your head?
Yeah, man.
On your face.
He freaking
Because
left one podcast.
Yeah,
He just
oh,
straight
I
up
know.
left.
You need to get up
So
and
you're
walk
doing
away.
pretty good if he's still sitting there.
Because I'm full. I just got back from eating steak.
Oh, man.
So you've got the itis, do you?
Yeah.
And you can cook that steak on a brand new NVIDIA graphics card.
This podcast is actually about getting distracted and talking about other stuff.
Yeah.
Just-
I'm surprised we've stayed somewhat on topic for this most part. Granted, we didn't really have a topic, but CES was pretty cool this year. There's a lot of cool stuff.
A lot of really cool stuff. I was excited for it.
Yeah. I just like random technology stuff at this point. Even outside of computers, there's a lot of cool stuff there. A lot of stuff for like electronic cars, which I'm not super into. I think given time, it's gonna be really cool technology, but right now it's still very new. Tesla. I saw a Tesla the other day for the first time, and that is a nice car.
Yeah.
Very
Cool.
I've always seen pictures of them, and I was like, oh, that's pretty nice. And then I finally was driving down the road the other day, and I was like, wow, that is. Who in South Carolina owns a Tesla?
None that I know of.
Yeah, everybody knows diesels.
I actually saw in Toronto there was a Tesla dealership there,
Oh man.
so I got to go take a look at them. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, in a couple of years, I mean, there's crazy stuff, especially with there's a lot of stuff for like auto driving.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. Cruise control is an amazing thing to me. And then it's like you look at it and it's like this can drive down the highway for you. It's like
Did you see the personal drone?
Oh god, that's something that's kind of terrifying.
That scared me to death because it was like a little miniature helicopter with 4 blades on the side. I'm like,
Drones
I
are
would
so
like I could imagine
but-
somebody just getting completely bombed out of their mind, programming it to go home, getting out without turning it off and chopping themselves in little pieces. It's just like, whoops, sorry.
That thing is weird. Let's see if I can pull it up so I can put it in the link down. It's weird because, I mean, it's just like a regular drone. It's got the 4 blades, and then it's just got like a little pod on top of it.
It's the first thing I've ever seen that reminds me of the Jetsons. I was very excited to see
Oh
that.
yeah, personal drone. Let's see.
It just needs to make the
$200,000. That's
between
not
200,000
that
and
bad.
300,000.
I
No.
don't like. Yeah, I'd expect it to be more for a drone.
I guess they're just waiting for what FAA approval or something on them.
Yeah, I know. Just recently, oh my god, that thing is so weird looking. But they did just over the holidays. They added the new law. You have to register your drone with the FAA if you want to fly it. Oh, I mean, I guess unless you want to get yelled at by FAA people if they happen to be in your backyard. But I know they're starting to look at drones a lot more. I actually did get a drone for Christmas, and it was pretty cool to play around with.
Does yours have a camera on it?
Yeah, it does actually.
You should start taking some pictures and stuff like that.
I was thinking of going up some of the state parks around here and trying to play with it. But it's pretty cool. It's an interesting technology.
It is.
Yeah, it's really cool. I was talking to a friend of mine who's in like film production, and he was talking about being on a set where they had one of the really big expensive ones that they'd use it for like a 4K camera, and it was just like, oh my god, those things are crazy. I'd love to have one of those. Yeah, this personal flying drone. Weird.
Cheaper than renting helicopters to do
Yeah,
this crap.
that's definitely the big thing, because you can pay like $10,000 for a giant drone like that, as opposed to like $10,000 a day for a helicopter. Oops.
Actually, I think it was like not just this last year, the year before, but somebody flew one of them through the fireworks here and then posted it online. It was just gorgeous to see the fireworks like cracking around it. It was really neat.
Yeah, I wanted to do it New Year's, but I was afraid I'd accidentally launch it into the fireworks because we were lighting off fireworks. And I thought I might bring it out there. But I mean, piloting those things does take a little bit of practice. I've been playing with it for almost a month now, and I still crash it into the trees. I'm out there with a stick in the yard, and my neighbors are, "What is he doing?" I'm just poking the trees with a stick. And like, it's always great with the video footage because you keep it rolling, and you just see me go, "Well, shit." Oh, the squirrel's up in the tree. What are you doing?
These are my nuts.
Poking my nuts. But yeah, those things are crazy. I think drones are really cool technology. I hope they take off. Well, pretty much everything at CES. I hope it takes off.
But bump. Take off.
Drones.
You
So
hate
here's
your
something
own
interesting
fun.
for you.
Good. Do it.
I kind of checked out during the conversation about technology because I don't know how to technology, and I was just browsing down Reddit, and apparently, Minecraft is now one of Pornhub's fastest growing search terms.
Yes. So we know where we need to start uploading.
Yes. Let's upload BrewHC on
Hold
there.
it. My mankini's going to become famous.
Well, I mean, it is hardcore, and Rivet isn't a mankini.
This is true.
I'm going to cross those gender boundaries.
Long-haired blonde does hardcore in a bikini.
I need a new hip.
I'll give you a hip all night long. What was that about putting
what
change
about
in
the
a jar
poll?
earlier?
The Minecraft pizza delivery in a mankini. That'd be great.
Oh, God.
Is somebody order extra cheese?
Oh, there
Black Ops time.
there goes
now.
Black
He's gone.
Ops.
He's like, nope, I'm out of here.
I'm not even fixing
Nah,
this.
I'm still gonna be here. I just don't want my camera on all the time.
Are you going to go make your bed?
No,
Never. I messed it up just for you.
my bed's always made.
Mine's never made. I'd make it like right. Well, I don't even make it right before I go to sleep. I just hop in.
Mm-hmm.
Adjust the covers
Yep.
so that it's bringing perfectly.
I mean, why even bother? It's not like anybody's gonna come in here.
Got him.
I don't know, like the three people that are watching the podcast going, well, that guy's just the messiest person ever.
Yeah, I know. You should see the
Source
rest of
of
the room.
self.
This is the cleanest part. I got like $1,000 in textbooks just piled in that corner.
So you got 2 textbooks?
Yeah, it's crazy. Oh my god, I could go on about that, but I don't want to.
Oh, no.
Because it is terrible what I've gone through for the last week for textbooks.
I can understand.
You're not in college though.
I go
Wait
through
till you get
school.
there.
It's the same.
Wait till you get to start paying.
You have
for
to
them.
pay for your own textbooks at school?
Oh yeah,
What the hell are you doing in North Carolina? You have to pay.
I do.
For
I have-
what?
The laptops that they give us.
They gave us
and if we-
iPads and we didn't have to pay anything.
And if we
you
damage or
keep
break
them?
them,
No, I wish we did. A friend of mine was gonna steal one, but
Find my iPad.
yeah, they had it all set up for stuff like that. It's amazing. So he left it on the top. He left it on the roof of his truck on an icy day and drove down the road and it flew off. He had to walk into the principal's office just like, I lost my iPad. Like, okay, where'd it go? And it's like, well, it's somewhere between here and I-85.
I can
I think
understand
it's-
why they start making you pay for things.
And they're
now.
just like, well,
I think it's buried under about feet of like rain or something.
Yeah, we were just I remember that.
Underneath 5 feet of
So we were
rain.
going somewhere.
Yep.
He's
5
just like,
feet of rain underneath it.
so look in the back seat. Why? Is my iPad back there? And I look back there. No. Pulls over. It's not on the roof. Well, it's gone now. Like if somebody found it on the side of the road and turned it into the school like a week later. But
They
yeah,
did?
They
somebody
actually
did.
turned it in.
Well, it's a school iPad. You can't do much with it.
Oh,
It's got all the bloatware on it, so that you can't do anything but look at math or whatever people do in school nowadays.
Do people not understand technology in the Carolinas? What the hell is wrong with
No,
you?
they don't. Trust me. I'm taking computer classes, and people are asking me for tech support. So people don't know what floppy disks are in tech classes in 2015. Just let
Surprised
that
you guys
sink
don't
in.
use an abacus.
Well, yeah, because
sure
it was
that's-
like we're in. I was in my programming class, and he's like, "Go ahead and hit the save button. It's that big floppy disk up there in the corner." And someone was like, "What?" He's like, "The floppy disk." And the kid was like, "What's a floppy disk?"
Weren't
And it's
floppy
like-
disks outdated like 10 years ago, though? So
Even
like,
I
maybe
remember-
that
Yeah, but
kid was
I
only-
remember what a floppy disk is.
I used
maybe
floppy
that kid
disks
was
in
only 9
elementary
years
school.
old.
Yeah, I did too.
So, you know what's really funny is that the discs that those are modeled after were not really floppy. We
Oh, yeah?
we had the 5.5 inch and 3 1/4. 5.5 inch.
Well, you
ones
had the
were
giant
black
ones
that were
that
actually
like
floppy.
a foot long.
Like you could
sit
actually
there.
like twist them and stuff. Then they
Yeah.
made these hard case shell ones.
Yeah,
and
they
were
just
still
called
called
them
floppy
floppy
disks. I'm
disks,
like,
they look
there's nothing
similar.
floppy about this.
Yeah.
Dude, hanging up a phone is still called hanging up. No one's put a phone on a hanger in years.
And rolling up the window.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
God
Technology.
for
Speaking
that.
of CES, let's talk about outdated technology.
yeah, I got a bunch
Skype?
of computer.
Yeah, Skype, but Discord is evil. I mean,
Discord's
Oh, Lord,
amazing.
here we go. Here we go.
And Black Ops like, no, I'm really signing off. Bye.
you want to go side in? Let's do it.
He's too busy
Taco
playing
Bell,
with
yeah.
his Piccolo.
I'd
Throw
like to go
off
to
the
Taco Bell.
shirts and fight right now.
I back up side end with Discord being good, especially for a gaming community.
It's all right. I just don't like new things.
I'm kind of
You know
on
what?
both
Honestly,
sides,
though,
I'm
if
50-50.
Discord would actually make the interface a bit less cumbersome, I would be more into it.
Yeah, it is a little bit terrifying.
Yeah, and I also don't like the fact that like the other night we were recording, we were doing Cube World and stuff, and Sedan popped on just to say hello and stuff. But it's just like once you're in a group, if anybody is part of that group, you can pop on whenever you want. It's not like you can just have like a closed call.
Yeah.
You can. You start a new call.
Right, you
And
start a
only
new
hand
group.
out the and you only hand
Yeah,
out.
so
the
I'll
thing
end up
to
with
the-
like 3,000 groups all the time.
Well, I just feel like I'm accidentally gonna open it and I'm gonna say something and it's just gonna come across as really strange. I mean, it's not like anything I say regularly comes off as strange as it is, but it's like,
Yeah, I see these things as pluses for the Discord because you can, people are playing a game. Oh, hey, I'm going to go join that. You're in my episode now. Like, welcome to the call. Welcome to the,
Yeah.
welcome to the show. Right? You just can't
I-
come on and be like, bag of dicks. Like, but
when's that remix coming, Sidan? I asked for it a
that's
week ago.
possible.
Yeah, where is the bag of dicks?
If I can find the actual examples in the video, I don't have time to watch the video all the way through.
It's at the very
Send me-
end. It's like the last.
Send me some timestamps.
It's like the last 3
You
or
know
4
what?
minutes.
No, you know what? I will actually download the video, and I will send you just the clips from that.
Just the dicks.
Do
Just,
it.
I'll send you.
do
I'll send
it.
you the dick clips.
You need to edit all the songs together in the end in one big song. It's gonna be like Bohemian Rhapsody. It just changes.
Rap Shoddy?
What the hell are you? What word? Rhapsody.
Rhapsody? I don't know.
The kit is spreading.
Get a dictionary.
The
Oh,
hippogriff.
God. The hippogriff.
The hippogriff. I'm not a hippogriff.
You're a hippogriff.
You don't even have a hippocampus.
Living under.
Oh, Sidan, stop with that! Oh my god.
Sidan, I am gonna shove that flute down your throat if you don't stop.
You're gonna have to be busy taking it out of his ass, but when I'm done with him,
It's a good thing
Does it
none
go
of you know where I
sideways?
live.
oh, I can find
Somewhere
you.
nearby in the void is all I know.
I'm gonna use his head like a pinata.
Really?
Bust out candy.
We have 15 minutes of this left.
At least
Let's
I'm
go
not-
on to some of our topics.
We could talk about my English professor.
I'm not gonna talk about your English
Yeah.
professor. We could talk about
has been so
how
repeated.
the Oculus Rift went on sale like a week or two ago for $600.
Nobody's buying that in this group.
No, that's been
Nope.
like the biggest thing everyone in the world has talked about on Reddit is the fact that the Oculus Rift is up for pre-order and it's going to be
Wait.
really expensive.
The Oculus Rift is actually
honestly-
out now.
It's out
No,
for pre-order. It is
Oh, okay.
$5.99. Very expensive.
Thought
It's
that was
shipped.
out years ago.
Estimated ship date July 2016. They've had developer releases out for 6 months.
Oh, I
Except
thought it was actually
the
out.
Samsung
But
one's out already, isn't it?
I don't think so. I know the Vive is going out. Pre-orders for the Vive, which is Valve and HTC's, goes out in February.
What's the price point on that one?
Let me see. I've got the article here. Valve will be available. Price of the Vive is still a mystery. The wager to the recent edition. Yeah, it's probably gonna be pretty close. I think everybody. I know, like Oculus made the big thing a few years ago where they're like, it's gonna be cheap. It's gonna be like $200, and then they came out and said $600 because we had no idea how expensive it is to make.
Well, they also upgraded the visual aspects of it too.
Yeah, I mean that's stuff I've seen. I've been
more
watching.
expensive, so they kind of got screwed on that one.
Yeah, I mean I've been watching a bunch of videos where people, because they've been sponsoring a bunch of people that I watch, so I've been watching videos of it, and it looks like really cool. Like I'm really interested in VR technology, but at the same time it's like it's really expensive. That's almost as much as my rig
Okay.
cost.
Wait
When
10 years. It'll be
when has
fine.
it ever been, when something like a new technology has come out, has it ever been inexpensive? When it starts off, it's always the price point's up there. I mean, I remember when the
Xbox
Neo
One.
Geo came out and it was like $600. I'm like, well, I'm not buying that. I'll wait till it gets cheaper. Then it got gone. I'm like, well, I'm not buying that ever.
Yeah.
I mean, what has to happen is it comes off at a higher price point. They work out
Well,
the
I
bugs
think
on it.
what
They
I'm
got
saying-
the early adapters to it.
What I'm saying in this
and then it comes
particular
down.
case is that when they launched, like a few years ago, when they launched the developer previews and all that for the Oculus, is they said it's going to be cheap. It's going to be like $300, and then they
They
came
said
out.
it should. They never said an actual price.
Well, yeah, but this is the internet. We have to remember. I'm not the
But
one
you
saying
also
that. I'm not the
remember,
one here
too-
saying that it needs to be cheap. I'm referencing the internet and the internet outrage over this. We're not having
but
Star Wars
they
again.
did something that I appreciate and I like, is that the first early people that signed up for the Kickstarter that bought the first demos are all getting one.
Yeah, I mean, definitely stuff like
That's
that.
awesome.
Yeah, stuff like that's good. More companies need to do that. But I mean, yeah, it was a big shock to some people that were like, "Oh, this is going to be an expensive piece of technology. It's a brand new experimental technology that's just now coming out." And
It's a shock to dumb people.
I guarantee you, in 5 years, we're going to have gone through 20 different models of this, and they're going to charge for each and every one of them, and people are going to be outraged about that too. And,
Do you know how much cell phones were when they first came out?
I mean, the iPhone was like $1,000, wasn't it?
No, like the
Oh,
original.
like the original
cell
cell?
phone,
Oh, yeah.
like $2,000 and
Yeah,
$3,000.
dude, I remember like I remember buying a home PC when it was like $1,000, and my phone has more processing power than it.
Your watch has processing power than my first PC.
Boom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Smartwatch. Yeah, even smartwatches. If you look at that, not even a year ago, these things were like $400. I paid $70 for this.
Well, the thing is, too, is now the way that technology is going, I mean, it'll be expensive now, but within a year or two, it's going to be dropped down to a reasonable price, because that's just how things are these days.
It's kind of like the thing I like to look at for this is like SSDs and all that. Everyone's saying like right now, I paid I think $60 for my 120 gigabyte SSD.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying those things like $60 is gonna get you like a 10 terabyte in 10 years, because that's just the way the technology is progressing. It's the same thing with flash drives. Flash drives, a 10 gigabyte flash drive 5 years ago was $20. Now you get them for free. So it's all about level of technology and how it's progressing. And
So we're gonna assemble this out, and nobody here is gonna get the Oculus Rift.
no, everyone here is broke. We can't afford our t-shirts. Unless you decide to sponsor us, Oculus.
No,
Well, you know what? I
Chris,
could
you're gonna
actually
win
either
the
buy myself a
lottery.
Yeah, I'm gonna win the
computer or
lottery.
buy an
And then I'm gonna buy an Oculus.
No,
for
I
all
wouldn't
of
even
us,
buy
and
Yeah.
a T-shirt.
Yeah, and a t-shirt. Everybody gets one Oculus and one t-shirt.
Thanks.
If I win the
for all
lottery,
of-
I'll just get you guys a T-shirt and a mug. You guys can get your own Oculus.
Oh.
Can I have a bowl of soup with that too?
I volunteer to be someone's personal servant if you want to pay off some of my student loans.
If my business takes off, Armor, I'll take care of it for you.
All right, buddy.
You got it.
Yeah, I'll make all the juice for you. You just got to make the recipes and then send me to work.
You got it.
Oh man. So,
Vaping
let's
for life.
see, what else do we have in here?
Also, you just got to like set up a like a home branch in Colorado, please.
I'll be there with you.
Come on
So,
out.
speaking of spending money on useless technology, everyone loves Origin, right?
Nope.
What's
Nope.
that?
Well, well, now EA Access is available, which means you pay $5 a month to have free access to like 10 games.
Great.
The games are
Origins.
Let's see, yeah,
Is
Battlefield
Battlefront one of
3,
them?
the Dragon Age series, SimCity, Sims 3, FIFA 15, Plants vs Zombies, Need for Speed, Dead Space series, and This War of Mine are all the games available if you pay $10 a month to Origin. Almost all of those games have been free on the house at some point.
No.
So yeah, Origin's just
I'm more excited what Square Enix did this week.
what they do.
They gave away Omicron the Nomad Soul for free because of David Bowie being in it.
Oh yeah, that's what you posted in the chat earlier.
Yeah. I
it.
actually got it. I downloaded it and it's here.
I
I'm very
registered
excited.
for that ish.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, the thing is like there's so much stuff going out because of Bowie passing away that a company like that saying, well, here's a game that he did X number of years ago, we'll give it away for free. I actually almost picked it up in the Steam sale. It was on for a couple of bucks, but I'm like, I played it already, and I just don't know if I want to go through it again. And then when he passed away, I'm like, I should probably go get that game because I was thinking about it. And then
Yeah,
boom,
it was on
See that today.
GOG for $10.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, anybody wants to go to Square Enix's web, they do the 22nd. You can get it for free. You just have to register. Then you use the code Omicron. There's banners and everything for it on their website.
It's worth it. Just go watch the trailer for the game and listen to the song. I'd say it's worth it just for the soundtrack alone.
Yeah, I don't know if that song ever got released in any other way other than through the game.
I'm wondering if it's going to be copyrighted for YouTube episodes
Probably.
and stuff. But
YouTube loves copyright.
yeah, certainly.
You know what? I want to play it, and I don't care if I put it on the channel or not. I'm going to go back and relive it again because it was a fun game when I played it. It was frustrating because it was difficult, but it was a very interesting storyline.
Definitely
I
going to
enjoyed
be
it.
playing it. Yeah.
Yeah, especially for free.
Oh yeah, free games. I'll take free games any day.
Yeah. So there, Square Enix, Omicron, the Nomad Soul, great game.
Well, speaking of games that aren't free, look at me with all these transitions. Psychonauts 2 campaign is closed, raising more than $3.8 million.
They did it.
Yep, I still don't know how I feel about crowdfunding a game that's AAA. I'd argue that Psychonauts 2 is AAA.
I'm just
like
curious
a-
if they're going to actually be able to do it.
I think they will, but I think it's going to be a disappointment.
Their track record is not that good.
Everything they've done in the last few years. I think Psychonauts is the only game of recent memory that they've done good with.
Well, no, this is not the first game they've crowdsourced.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. The last few games they've crowdsourced turned out to be not that good, and everyone's like, Psychonauts is going to be so different this time because it's Psychonauts. I'm like, I don't know about that.
Okay, what about the game that they did that they needed $400,000 in order to put up? They got over $3 million for it, and then they released it in installments because there was too much game because they got overzealous with it.
But that wasn't that good, was it? From what I
No,
heard.
it was what the name of the company is. I can't remember it off the top of my head.
It's, yeah.
Double Fine
Double
Adventures.
Fine.
Yeah, the Double Fine Adventures. It was crowdsourced for $400,000. They raised over $3 million for it. It was late getting released, and it was done in installments. And I don't think they've released all the installments for it yet. So people that bought it and bought into it didn't get the full game because they said, well, we were too overzealous and we made a bigger game than we should have.
And
So
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I love their games. I mean, Brutal Legend, I love that. I love Psychonauts.
Double Fine has
all
been-
the Lucas adventures he did were phenomenal.
Double Fine has been a really hit and miss with their games. It's either it's really, really good or it's really, really bad.
Yep.
And it's kind of like, as much as I like Psychonauts, it's kind of like, will it be worth it? Will it not? I mean, there's a chance that it won't. I'm going to wait and see how it turns out. I wouldn't have put money into, I didn't, and I wouldn't have, if I had the money, put money into the campaign. But people, there's like $1 million the day they announced it. And it was like, you people are crazy.
Well,
I
they
mean-
announced it at E3 or something like that.
It wasn't
didn't they?
E3, it was, I think it was the Game Awards.
Game Awards, that's right.
So yeah, I mean there's a lot of weird stuff happening during the Game Awards, but that being one of them. I don't know how I feel about that. Crowdfunding is kind of a weird thing for me. I don't really know how I feel about it, especially for games, because it's like you don't know how it's going to turn out. Why would I put $100 into this?
I like the lady that was crowdfunding because she spent all of her money on Powerball tickets.
Yep.
And they actually shut her down.
Yeah, I read that this morning.
GoFundMe got, see you later. You're stupid enough to buy all your Powerball tickets and you don't have the money to pay your rent. Well, so bad, so sad for you.
Yeah, that's one of the, there's a subreddit I follow. It's like stupid Kickstarters, and it's just pretty much all that stuff. It's just like I want to buy. It's just ridiculous stuff. Like, I want to buy a new broom. Give me $2,000. It's like, okay,
What?
yeah, stupid stuff like that.
I have a friend that wanted to get a new leg.
I mean, something like that, I guess, maybe.
He wanted like one of the really fancy ones. He actually lost his leg to cancer, so he's a really cool guy. But he wanted to get one of these new fancy ones and started a GoFundMe thing. And I don't think he raised any money.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can see stuff like that making sense, but just like some of the most ridiculous stuff. Let's see.
I hate cancer.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of cancer myself. It's taken way too many people away this last
Yeah,
week.
this week we've lost a lot of people.
Yep.
It's like 4 now, I think.
I'm sure it's more than that, but you're talking about.
Well, I'm talking
celebrities,
celebrities.
then,
There's a
yeah.
lot of people that died. I mean, not to diminish people that have died of cancer at all this week. If someone you know died of cancer, I'm very sorry, but I'm saying like in general, like people that are on the shit. Back myself.
Just if you want to narrow it down to British performers.
yeah, British performers, they're killing all the British people,
It's horrible.
which is what I
Yeah.
said we should do in episode 1.
Oh,
No, okay, I'm
So
sorry,
Chris is
British
back
people.
He brought
Cancer.
her back
I'm
around.
sorry,
So good.
British people.
bastard!
It's my fault. They all watched that episode.
Hey, you do realize Caffers is not coming back since he said that?
Has she been in the chat in like a month?
Nope.
Oh,
I don't think
see?
I've seen her since the start.
I don't think she's even accepted my marriage proposal yet.
Yeah, that was supposed to be. I started the lawyer's office
Whole
because of that.
storyline about that.
Now
It
you have
just
to
went-
marry Kit.
That's okay.
Kids already married.
He
Like,
lives in
we
Texas,
could
so.
be polygamy. I don't care.
Uh,
Go to Canada. They allow anybody to marry anything up there.
exactly.
I can marry a
Now
fox.
Now I gotta find love.
Well, I always find
Nope.
it in all the wrong places.
Except for Kit.
Except for Kid.
Gotta love Kit. Let's see here. More
Yeah, we all love
stupid
Kit.
news. Remember that Twitch Plays Pokemon thing that happened like 2 years ago that everybody started replicating? Well, now Twitch Plays has been made a genre of its own.
Oh my god.
There is now, because every single game has been played by Twitch Plays. I don't know why it's still going. It's been like 2 years, and I've not seen anything. Like, at first it was a cool novelty, and it was like, oh, they're doing that again, and now it's just like, why?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Like, yeah, like 2 years ago, somebody designed a program that basically the people in the chat would say a command, and it would
Okay.
play Pokemon. They beat Pokemon. It was like this huge thing, and everybody was like, oh, that's really cool. And then everybody started doing it for every game. And
Yeah,
now it
it's-
has its own genre on Twitch.
It's
So it's kind of like it's
No,
2
that-
years past its time, and it never should have had a time to begin with.
being honest, it was terrible. I played it once. It was
I mean,
chaos.
the way I see it, it was a cool novelty. It was like, oh, cool, somebody did this. This is really neat. And then it just lost its novelty after about the first 10 minutes of
So a
everybody's.
novelty thing like Minecraft.
It's like everything. it's like everything.
I
in
followed
Twitch.
it a lot up until they finished the second. Did they do gold or silver? I don't remember. But I followed it like right
I've
up
done
until
everything.
then, and then it, like the second game they played, and then I stopped.
Yeah, it's
Isn't
kinda,
every Pokemon game the same anyway?
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I think the
I
only
go to
entertaining
that,
thing
like,
they've done
villages.
on Twitch in the last few months has been Bob Ross.
Except for Pokemon Snap,
I
guys.
think we can all get behind Bob Ross.
Oh yeah.
What's
Pokemon
Snap?
tournament is coming out soon.
I think it was a Nintendo 64 when you went around and took pictures of Pokemon.
I remember they had like an arena game on the N64. It was a Pokemon Arena, I think it was.
Oh yeah, there was Coliseum.
That might be the one I'm thinking of.
So yeah, Pokemon tournament is coming out March 18th in the U.S.
Pokemon who?
It's Pokemon tournament. It's basically like Smash Bros for Pokemon. As far as I'm
Or
aware.
esports.
What?
We get it, Rivet.
I'm kind of done.
Vape.
I'm kind of done.
Oh,
with
shut
sports.
up! Oh
You
my god!
Shut up.
One more topic before we go. If anybody's interested in more ways to blow your money, the Humble Store winter sale is now underway. A few
Forget
weeks-
that and buy our shirt.
Yeah, forget that and buy our shirts.
Heyo!
All these games you could have bought months ago. If you haven't bought them by now, it's too late.
Then buy your shirts.
So buy our shirts, because our shirts are forever, unlike these games. These games will only last as long as computers do, and when the robots take over, you need a reliable shirt. So go to spreadshirt.com/a bunch of random numbers and buy our shirts today.
Do we even have shirts or?
We do. We actually do.
That
We
was a
actually do.
decent. That was a decent advertisement, man.
It was. It was. So remember,
Buy our shirts today.
Shirts.
And
Felt
buy our-
so good.
yeah, it's It's so smooth. It's so buttery, just like the fabric our shirts are made from.
We make about
Our shirts are made from butter?
They are.
Apparently.
So yeah, there you go. Anyways, thanks for watching this
pineapples.
buttery episode of
fire
Brewcast
shirts.
and
Very heartwarming.
didgeridoos and technology and oopdots.
Oop dot.
Mostly
Don't
not.
forget the motivational speech from Armor Time.
Yeah, don't forget the motivational speech. That better
Never
be a
forget.
remix by next podcast. Side down.
The moment.
It's a mirror of confusion. Life is a paradox.
I love all of you.
And don't get old, Armor. Don't ever get old.
Don't ever, just never change. Anyways, thanks so much for watching this episode. This week.
Never get old, Armor. Never get old.
Hey, everybody.
Later.